Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm joined by some of the cast of The Lion and the Witch and the Wardrobe Tour, which I was lucky enough to see last night and it was incredible. So I'm here with the amazing Chris Jared, who plays Aslan. I've also got the Aslan puppeteers, Oliver Bingham, Oliver Grant and Brad Veitch. What's it like for all of you to be part of such an iconic story?
It's great. It's lovely to be back in the theatre, and we're playing to a really wide demographic. There's lots of kids in the audience, and we can feel the joy of seeing this familiar story play out for them.
I've been to another world with snow and a wood and a lamppost.
And of course, a lot of this is all about the magic and fantasy of Narnia. And I was just thinking, like, it's a world of imagination. So how do you guys go about preparing for the show every single day? Because obviously you leave the streets of Wimbledon and all of a sudden you're immersed in the world of Narnia. So how do you prepare for your roles?
Well, I think we actually live in Narnia more than in real life. So actually it's more like how to prepare for going out into the street, I think, after living in this land of like flying creatures and talking lions and things.
It's nice to take yourself away for a while from the hustle and bustle of the city and come into doing a show where you're living and breathing it. And if you don't live and breathe it, you're just going through the motions and it stops being fun. And the fun in what we do, I think, really is in the believability of what we're doing on stage, playing all these different characters and stuff like that. It's real.
And I was just wondering if you had any rituals at all, because obviously it's a very physically demanding show as well, being obviously puppeteers, but also embodying Aslan as you do, kind of like the spirit of Aslan for all of you. So what are the types of things you do to warm up before the shows?
Well, for Aslan specifically, there's a moment, I think, before we make our first entrance where we're able to connect with each other, and that feels like it gets us off to a good start. It's pretty loose. There are no sort of Mark Rylance-esque sort of rituals, but we do connect with each other. And with regards to the preparation for the wider company, it's sort of multidisciplinary. So we've got dancers, we've got musicians. There are all sorts of different preparations that need to happen in a very short window of time when we're allowed in the theatre. So it's a real high energy for.
I think in terms of the ritual, I think at the point that Aslan's about to enter and the puppeteers are together and Aslan the man himself, everybody else is on stage and they're all selling it, giving it everything, and it's really eye-opening, and we're backstage going, we good? That's pretty much ritualistic in itself, of us just going, here's a breath, let's get into the puppet, let's go. And I think that answers the ritual.
And being Aslan is so iconic. There's so many amazing characteristics about the role of Aslan. So for each of you, what's your fave characteristic and why?
I think his kindness, the love that he's described as bringing, it's really fun to play that for the Pevensey children. Utter warmth. There's no ulterior motive. He's caring in the best possible sense.
Yeah.
I think similar to what Chris said, it's his gentle nature, as well as, you know, we've got Aslan man and this big beast, but at the same time he's got this underlying tone of warmth and care for everyone around him.
Love that.
I was going to go and flip that. I was going to go, I like the danger of Aslan, that everybody's sort of like, he could hurt us. But at the same time, he is so gentle and caring, do you know what I mean? And I like that sort of, a little bit about that. Yeah,
there's a line in the show that one of the kids asks, you know, he's a lion, like, is he safe? And they say, no, he's not safe, but he's good. And I think that's like the heart of what it is. It's like, you want to feel like he's got this power in him that is frightening.
And obviously he's quite the spirit animal, and I was just wondering if any of you were a spirit animal, which would you choose and why?
Oh, this is unfamiliar territory, but I want a monkey, if that answers it.
Yeah.
From the show?
Anything, any spirit animal.
Oh, I am going to go for a fawn, i.e. Mr. Tumnus. He's my favourite character in the
A
show.
fawn called Mr. Tumnus who lives in a tree cave.
I want something high energy. Something give me high energy animal. A real high
Kangaroo?
energy one.
Well,
A kangaroo is good. A Labrador, yeah.
A young Cocker Spaniel?
A young Cocker Spaniel. A young Cocker Spaniel is my spirit animal, and forever will be.
Yeah.
Either a nice little whippet Or my Patronus, which I've found out, is a squirrel. And I play a squirrel in the show.
No way.
So maybe I should go for squirrel. Yeah, squirrel.
That's amazing. Love that.
Yeah, it's Harry Potter lingo. Yeah.
Brilliant.
What she is saying is true. There really is another world beyond the wardrobe.
It's such an adventure, this show, but with an adventure comes lots of exciting things. So if you could keep anything from your Narnia adventure, or if you could take anything from Narnia home with you, what would you choose?
I think I will be taking this coat.
That was going to be my answer.
Yeah, we're all taking the coat. We're going to cut it into 4 pieces and we'll make a ritual.
Well, a bit like the Queen does in the show, right? It's all good in the end, all good. So that's always good. What about you?
I think it would be the head of Aslan, and I would have it up on my wall.
Amazing.
Oh, that's a great shout. I want the head of Aslan on my wall. I'd take the Turkish delight in all the forms that you see it in.
Good choice.
The lion walks.
I'd take Peter's sword.
That's a good choice, because there's so many amazing props in this show, and if you do come and see the show, it's incredible. Like everything from the props through to the puppets through to the set, it's just super and impressive. So talking about that, there's so many incredible special effects. What's it like for you seeing the audience reaction to the magic of Narnia?
Yeah, it's we don't see it often. I mean, as Brad said earlier, we're in it and we're telling the story as best we can, so we're sort of not privy to that reaction in a darkened auditorium. But of course, we talk to people after the show, and we know that it's a moving thing.
There's a time towards the end of Act 1. I mean, you've seen it, and you know, right towards the end of Act 1, it's pretty spectacular. And I'm right downstage, right near the front, and just for a second, I'll have a quick look, and I see this. Just multiplied along the rows.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Are you human?
Are there any kind of secrets that you could say about Narnia, or the story, or any of the special effects? Anything you can tell us?
I think the fact you said, are there any secrets,
There are.
answers your question that we can't tell you.
Absolutely.
So no, we're not allowed to say anything.
Well, you'll have to come and see it to find out, won't you? And finally, why should audiences come and see The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe on tour?
Because you've got this fantastic energy being played out, a real spectacle with a sort of ragtag team of multiple disciplines that come together to give you a real short, succinct, familiar story that will make you really happy that the theatres are open again.
Yes.
Get a little preview of Aslan there. But thank you so much for your time today, guys. The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe is now running at the New Wimbledon Theatre and is on tour, so check it out. Thanks for watching.